Julia was already ready to wave, even though we weren't.
We weren't there. Now we're live. Welcome back.
Waving.
Welcome back to Cosmos
We
Candela,
love a good
Dying
pre-wave.
Exposure, actual play using the Candela Obscura system, but deep in the future and deep in dark space, in the space station of Bellis. How we all doing today, kooky cosmonauts? We doing good? We ready? We're slightly less warm than we were last week. Hopefully, ever so
Thank
slightly.
God.
Too bad.
Everyone can breathe.
I don't know about y'all, but like here in New England, it was like it got okay for a couple of days, and then it was like, no, you know what? Will's got a stream tonight.
Let's heat it up.
No, we're
fuck
gonna
'em.
just turn that heat and the humidity
Real quick.
Put that back up, and let's make sure that he is as groggy as humanly possible. I'm fighting it. I'm fine. I have already I have slammed my monster.
Ready to go.
It ain't doing much, but I have slammed my monster.
Trying. Last time on Cosmos Candela, we had Kilo, Nim, and Izzy sitting at the blimp base, waiting or finishing their food, taking a bit of a breather, moving through some grief with no sign of Grem, who seems holed up in her office. And they decided that the problem to solve was the first one on the mind, which is why was there no backup, coordination, or anything else? And so it was time to go find another pod of the organization. That led them to heading toward Dog Day Afternoon Laundromat, where they knew that Agent Phil Landry was based out of and operating out of their pod. At the same time, Tery was watching his countertop be ruined by blood and watching Alexander elbows deep in Phil Landry's guts trying to keep her alive, while getting the lowdown on what happened. Now, Tery, of course, had to take a little bit of a side turn to go look at their display mannequin organ closet that is in their condo. Pulling organs out of glass bodies style mannequin figures and
Don't shrug as in like, oh wow, like don't shrug.
Admittedly, it was mostly my fault. To provide so that Phil Landry could be able to survive. And Phil Landry retold the tale of what had happened in their neck of the woods. All this happens while our other gang at Dog Day Afternoon finds broken glass, busted doors, a peeled up basement passage into the actual base underneath the laundromat, signs of blood, signs of conflict, and a bunch of peeled bodies down in the basement of Dog Day Afternoon.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because
they were peeled.
Investigating what was going on, they reviewed the security camera.
Like a
Kilo found tried to find some personal effects to be able to look into this, and at the same sort of split screen time, both Tery and the rest of the group got to see what happened. And it appears that they now have an idea of what kind of figures escaped the commercial facility that our little team did not have time to get to this earlier this morning, because a number of humanoid, very human-shaped androids had escaped a facility and found their way to this location due to being brought back to this location, bringing one android back to study them because they were unique in the way that they had human eyes and human mouth, but everything else was like more sheer android face and android articulations. But that woke up, wrecked an entire pod by surprise, and nearly killed Agent Philandry as they watched on the cameras as it stripped down the skin from every other agent and then escaped.
Just fully fucked.
And that is where we left off with that group. But where we left off with Hank is of course we left off with our league bowler Hank in his bookstore that was called. I know we have a title for it. I can't remember if it was stated a few weeks ago.
It was like almost a rhyme, but not quite.
Yeah.
It's McNulty's Occultery.
Yeah, McNulty's Occultery. Hank with his pet feline-y kind of ferrety, six-legged cat, ferret, spider, scorpion thing.
Of course.
Held up as the alarms blare after investigating some strange symbols from a stranger that Hank clocked at the bowling alley. Looking up some strange markings that were being put up there and discovering a little bit of that information when the alarm for Vela Station went live on the same very late night, early morning that our group inevitably lost Eddie Deckard. And so we return to Hank. Hank, you are holed up in the living quarters above your bookstore. You have your cat. You've decided to kind of hold up in place rather than go to one of the emergency shelters that would absolutely be open and welcoming people for this sort of disastrous Velas alarm. You do not have a lot of details. You do not have a lot of details about what's going on currently, other than it's the serious one. It's the serious Velas alarm.
It's the big one.
And you are unaware that you might have a house guest soon. What is Hank's immediate, it's an emergency. You've decided that you're going to stay at home. You're going to stay with Jinx in your house above your bookstore. What is Hank looking to, going through news feeds to look what's going on? Is he just accepting that, a glance out the window, nothing seems to be right here, right now, going back to...
He's trying to absorb every possible input, every possible source of information he can. He'll keep an eye out the window while, scrolling through news feeds.
So, quick question then for Hank. Is Hank the kind of person that mostly just consumes regular news media, or does Hank consume news media from more of the social media concept of it, or does Hank go to very particular forums and dark internet websites to get his news media? Where does Hank absorb?
That's a really good question. He probably uses a it's a particular news feed. It's a particular feed of news. It is more on the social side, but it's definitely not one of the more popular ones. It used to be a popular one, but it's basically the equivalent of what Facebook is today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The has-been of social media.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have you, for Hank, give me 2d6 and tell me the higher of the two rolls. No real consequence to this. So 4. So, you've tried to pare down the stuff that is just nonsense on this feed, and subscribe to groups and updates and people, and follow people that have been relatively trustworthy and such. But part of it is that, you've learned that the major news feeds tend to be pretty consistent and bog standard, and they don't tend to put a lot of detail, and they lack the kind of personal effect of somebody that's just posting into a group or on their own feed about things. So with a 4, you start scrolling down and you see that there is a breach in the station, which you then see like people linking to like proper safety government things. So that might explain the alarm. You do see that there are riots happening in various neighborhoods. And you see that people are being asked to take shelter because things have gotten out of hand and relatively dangerous. And again, this is all kind of mixed in with people posting links from like, security statements and everything to people stating like, oh yeah, I saw someone like running out of their house across the street, yelling, and eventually security came, and everything. But with a 4, you're not really getting much in the way of anything that is particularly, like believably supernatural, and you are pretty well learned in that space, so you can usually filter out the nonsense and know that you have to like confirm and reconfirm things because people are wild. Now
fucking idiots.
Now, because you're doing it on a device and you're at home, I'm going to give you another 2d6 to roll. This is basically a survey check to essentially judge if you hear something else beyond the like warning sirens and what you're consuming.
That's a 6.
Go to it. You hear the sound of metal gently loosening and scraping, and just the gentle sound of a thud of something in another room in your home here, probably your bedroom.
Don't like
you're
that.
In your like main living area.
Don't like that one bit.
I am going to grab a nearby blunt instrument. Probably you know what it is? It's a stick I found.
This random stick.
It is it is natural wood.
Rise up.
Yeah, this is absolutely the kind of this is absolutely the kind of stick that someone would showcase on a Stick Nation video.
Found this.
Yes. I found
weird,
this
right?
awesome
It's
stick.
cool.
It is
It's 10 out of 10 stick.
Heavy enough to be used as a weapon.
Totally gonna use it.
Yes, absolutely going to abuse this stick. One might even call it more of a branch or a bow than not a bow, a bow.
Yeah,
a bow.
Like some might call it a branch or a bow than just a stick. But it's like it's got some weight to it that if something tries to fuck with me, I will swing it.
And do you head toward your bedroom, or do you kind of like?
Yeah, if somebody's invading my house, I'm gonna try to like no, this is my place. Fuck off. Or if they're running from someone, will be like, "What do you need?"
Did you get this stick from the fungal forest? Where'd you get it?
Did you get the stick?
Yeah, I'll say it's from the fungal forest because the fungus need to eat something, and that's kind of what they grow on. Is like it's a natural garden.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So, Hank,
Just
the
feeding
scene
him
before
content.
you as you go into your bedroom is not probably. I don't know if you knew what to expect, but it certainly wasn't going to be this. As from the ventilation that is kind of mounted in the corner of your bedroom, up on the ceiling, you can see that the entire like vent cover has been removed, and this is like not big. It's got to be about like this large or so, maybe about the size of a VHS tape, a little bit larger than that, right?
Sure.
So it's not. It would be like a normal floor vent in a house of modern day, but
Well, it's about this big.
yeah, about that big. Yeah, not big. Not big. And so it is to add insult to the injury that might play upon your mind, when you see a figure who's upside down, or if things were flipped right side up, pushing with two hands out of this vent, their head crawling, fungus and wiring dangling from their shoulders and neck as their emaciated face with exposed bone, torn musculature, some semblance of lighting, like LED lighting, and an eye fully replaced by not like a camera smartly like you would with like an android or a robot of some sort, but with what looks like a almost like a communications device camera, like a smartphone camera that's just shoved into the face, like roughly, and everything, twisting its head and beginning to reach out for you as it's trying to push itself out of the vent with one arm and everything.
And as it's pushing itself out, I'm just gonna be like, "Fucking nope," and swing for it.
All right.
That's right.
Yeah. Nope. Give me. You get one extra die. Do you think that you're? Do you think without having the character sheet fully set up yet, do you think that Hank would have like what would their roughly strike and like physicality?
Well, I have the basic stats down for.
Okay.
Hank.
So what do you got in strike?
1.
Okay, so you're going to get an extra die for the fact that they're kind of like stuck. And you're going to get another die for something, and we'll see what you roll. So roll 3d6 and give me the highest one.
Speaking softly and carrying a big stick.
That is. Don't have to roll the third because I got a 6 on one of them.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You clock this. This creature clean like a pinata, right in the what would be its neck and shoulder, like right in the crest right there, really swinging through. And you know you've hit it square and hard, and so you don't expect it to not react, but the reaction you were hoping for, which is to kill it, probably, or hurt it so much that it can't move.
Or at least hurt it hard enough that it realizes, like, no, I don't want to fuck with this guy and have it run away.
It screeches and pulls backward rushedly, sloughing off sections of fungus and flesh and electronics as it retreats back into your ventilation, all the way, like fully all the way.
Like that.
And I'm not gonna make you roll for this because you got a 6 on the strike, Hank. And it was so kind of Kelly to bring up that this was from the fungal forest. It might be from the fungal forest, and
that's why I asked.
Will to agree to it. It retreated so aggressively, and you don't have any kind of supernatural feel. It's more of a visual thing because it's night and it's kind of dark, and you hadn't like fully lit up the room yet. You could see a little bit of bioluminescence on the creature and a little bit of bioluminescence on the stick from some. You mostly cleaned it. It's pretty clean, but like what you might imagine is small speckled leavings of the fungi, of the spores. Yep. And so now you can hear the shambling away. You can hear something like Slurch scrambling back away from you.
It's not just in the stick. There's also like some of it kind of like floating in the air, gently cascading to the floor. Because like from where it hit, it sort of like it kind of a few of the spores, and they're kind of like hovering in the air, much like snowflakes do.
Yeah. And so with that, Hank, what do you do? Hearing it, you can hear it like knocking around and slurping away from your ventilation. So you have dissuaded whatever the fuck this was from making its way into your bedroom. You can see pieces of skin and fungus and electronics, small bits of them on your floor from where it had to let them just be shorn off of it so it could quickly escape.
Jinx is kind of like hissing at the vent. And
smart cat.
And he's just Hank is gonna say that that's right, Jinx. You tell him who's boss. And he is gonna try to get that vent reattached, just in case this thing decides to come back. And if he has something a little bit heavier duty than screws to keep it up there, he's gonna use it, like a welding torch or something like that. Get that shit soldered in if he has to.
I'm gonna have you do either you can choose focus or survey or hide. Weirdly enough, I think.
Let's do. I think focus would be the one for this. That's a 2.
I think that for at least a little while, Hank does some real homebrew. I don't know how to construct things, but if I just put enough duct tape, nails, screws, boards, hammers, whatever on every entry I possibly can into this place.
It's like the vent, it gets screwed on and like a couple of strips of duct tape. He heads over to his window and puts like duct tape around like the sill, and then realizes, oh shite, that's not going to be enough. He doesn't have enough tape. So he finds like some Gorilla Glue and just kind of like does like a line of it like along the very seam of the window, and just like, and let it set. That's gonna work, right? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't you use all? Don't you hit all of it? I don't want to hermetically seal myself in.
And with that, Hank, would you think that Hank would stay in the place pretty much through the remainder of the night into the morning? Because it's like 3 or 4 in the morning right now, so it's like
he would have stayed to one room, like whatever room, whatever room he kind of like DIY'd security into, that he would stick to that.
So we will leave Hank in that room and fast forward a little bit in time, and we will come back to Dog Day afternoon laundromat. All of you have now seen an image of this android with its smooth metallic face, with the exception of recessed human eyes and lips and teeth and mouth, but nothing else. Absconding into the night with a wardrobe of skins that it has liberated from the various corpses.
Wardrobe of skins. That is such a good phrase.
Littered about this
I'm
base.
going to be sad about that for a long time now.
You now know what happened, and you have an idea that Agent Philandry is the trail of blood that escaped this place.
Right.
What do you 3 do now? Kilo, Nim, and Izzy.
I knew Philandry was tough. I don't think I quite realized the pure gumption on that woman.
Alta? I'm guessing that
Oh, that
blood
was-
trail out of the back is philandry.
We should probably go see how far she got.
Would we know the direction that the blood was heading in?
Yeah, you would know
We
that
would-
it
we
left
would
out
know
and started
Tery-
heading.
Would we know Tery is in the vicinity? We would. We've been to Terry's house.
If they
We've been to
went to
Terry's house.
Terry's house, then it would require them to take like a taxi pod of some sort, like a
Okay.
rideshare pod. However,
but we don't know Alexander is involved yet.
yeah, you don't know
No.
Alexander is involved yet.
Yeah.
You do know that Alexander is the only. It might not be top of mind for any of you three, but Alexander is the only other like known agent of the organization that any of you know. Because Alexander
Right.
was the only person to survive his pod's demise.
Destruction.
And because he was, doing stream management and various business works for Tery, and so he wasn't at the facility when it was.
So we don't know anything about Alexander's ex-pod either.
No, I mean you had to,
Interesting.
at first you had to rescue Alexander, and then you had a bunch of other, stuff come up, and then you had this very bad night. So you haven't had like a lot of time, probably only a handful of days that like everything has been settled enough where you could, in theory, go and be like, hey, Alexander, you're supposed to be a senior agent. What the absolute hell? Not that he's offered up any help or mentorship or ever showed up at the blimp since you guys have been in operation.
Yeah, Alexander.
Yeah.
What the heck?
We kind of hit the ground running and then have been
Tery, your man's
sprinting
failing
ever
us.
since.
Before we leave this place, I know our next we understand what happened
I've
here.
been
Yeah.
talking
I
with
know
Mark
our next leader, our next lead is the bloody footprints, which we can only assume is philandry.
Mhm.
Right.
You gotta make sure it's
Before we-
philandry, not philatry.
Before we leave, oh, you know what? Nim's at the computer anyway.
I am at
Nim,
the
can you take a before we leave here? Can you take a quick look to see if there's been any correspondence between this pod and any of the others who people are reaching out to here, if they have better communication than we do with the rest of this organization?
Hey, can we get a copy of the video?
Yeah, you can easily get a copy
of the video?
You
Oh
can
my
easily get a
God.
copy of it if you want to. Anyone can.
You're
easily.
gonna watch it on your free time?
I'm
Let
gonna
me get
throw
my
up.
futuristic
That's what I'll do.
USB real quick. My
I'm gonna
throw up.
futuristic USB.
Does Nim?
Well, we gotta
dig
show
around-
everybody else what we saw.
Does Nim dig around to try and see if there's been any correspondence with pods?
Yes.
He would
He would search through it, trying to
can
see
I
if there's
help
any sort of communications.
backseat
situation.
driving on the computer to like point out details like as she's navigating around the interface.
Yeah. What do you want to roll for that, Kilo?
What? So I'm not leading the role. So how do I help Nim? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to roll a survey?
I can
Do
just
you
say
want me
that
to
you
roll
can
a-
give Nim a pip. So you can just give Nim
Okay.
an extra die. Nim,
I Giggle die.
this one is not. I'll give you, your as usual couple choices. You can do
Mhm.
survey, you can do focus, and you can do read.
Let's try survey. I feel like that makes sense. Oops. I have all this desk space, and yet I always overwhelm it with too many crafts. Okay, and then I get an extra pip from Kilo.
Yeah.
Talking over my shoulder.
Mhm.
Did you check the email app? Of course I checked the email app.
It's not
That's what
what
I
I
looked
would
for.
What about that
say.
button over there? What about that icon over there?
I'm being a supportive backseat driver, using my eyes.
I have to tease at least once.
I'm not distracting you.
Thank goodness for that extra pip, though, because that was a 2, a 2, and a 6.
A
Whew.
6.
That extra pip was really nice.
Well,
Jeez.
investigating these emails and everything, there's a lot of correspondence here. You kind of quickly suss out that much of it is from things that are external to the organization, various like suppliers, although maybe those would be useful for you all. You imagine that like Graham and Milo and Mark all, have communications with places to get various materials and stuff. You see some communications from people that you at first you're like, oh, maybe someone else, but you start recognizing familiar names, and it's like these are some of the people that were agents that are currently, behind you, and everything. It takes a little bit, and with Kilo's help and patience, sort of like letting Nim sort of like when you're backseat assisting someone, letting them go through like a process and waiting for like a moment and just sort of clocking what you might have looked at and waiting to see if they get there on their own is the best. So Kilo waits for you to essentially almost give up to a degree. And then references a subfolder in the promotional materials filter that didn't look like it went to and it matched any of the other things.
You've mentioned before that she's very used to like, how do normal functions work?
Yeah,
it would make a lot of sense for something like that. It's like that's not a normal looking function, but that might be trying to hide it and pointing out something that is outside of her thought pattern.
You go to open that, and it immediately asks you for a password.
God damn it.
Which it had been open. It's already logged in at the station. You know that the computers at your blimp, at your base of operations, they have like credential logins. They might have a little bit of a scan system if you choose to enable it, but they don't have. And of course, that you can password protect any directory or file that you might want. But this one is the first one to come up to even open this folder, this subfolder. Requires a password.
I gathered people's belongings that were here amongst any of those things. So, like some people are bad at remembering passwords. Amongst any of those things, is there
I'm not going to make
anything
you
that looks like a password?
I'm not going to make you roll for it. No.
Or retinal scan by any chance?
Just checking.
Good to know. Good to know.
Is there a retinal scanner? We have plenty of eyeballs.
With a 6,
that's horrifying.
With a 6,
that's a
you
horrifying
could do
statement. I don't like it.
with a 6, if you scanned the right retina, you might be able to utilize that to basically log into the sub operating system of the computer and do like administrative access that way, and basically terminal log into this. You might with a 6,
so
you
gross.
might be able to do that, Nim, but you'd need you're sure you'd need a retina from this organization. B, you're 100% sure if this is password protected, that like you wouldn't let everyone in your team have admin access to everything in any job you've ever worked at, and certainly is the same here. So you'd have to be picking the right retina.
The pug.
Well, in the video, who was at the computer? Was there anyone stationed at the computer in the video?
You did see someone. You had to move them out of the chair at the computer. You do see someone that did not comport themselves very effectively in the combat against this. Not that anyone did, but particularly surprised and particularly ill-prepared to defend themselves. Nondescript humanoid person with kind of off-gray skin that's no longer there, who you might suspect is maybe a clerk or an administrator of some kind.
I mean,
we're
trying to wonder what's on the computer.
Just the fun that's not there anymore. Wild. Wild. Disgusting.
Yeah, so there is there,
Well.
and the eyes are still in their sockets. The eyelids are gone, but the eyes are still in their sockets.
Great. We don't have to worry about it
All
blinking.
right. No,
Thanks.
Kelly's grossed out. Kilo will do what needs to be done. Kilo picks up
Can-
this corpse.
Can Izzy just do one more scan of the room just to?
I'm not gonna make you
No.
roll for it because you said it as a player.
You're small.
Izzy,
No.
yes, maybe the
You're
administrator
very small.
will have access to this, but as far as you know, because there was no way you were gonna forget this, the pug was in charge. So if there's anyone that's going to be the eye that can open this highest facility, perhaps the pug as well.
Do you want to do the pug instead?
It was a dog days
I mean,
washing,
do that
so
character. All right, I can't believe I'm about to. So I put down the one corpse.
and I hold up the other
And
corpse
I-
like.
Izzy handles the dog corpse.
Now I just imagine the pug with the eyes are just way bigger and out
Oh
here.
yeah, they're not.
I
It's
hate
not
this
good.
so much.
I hate
I'm
this
not going to
so
describe
much.
that particular one in too much detail.
What a skinless pug! Like,
Don't
with
even
no
say it.
eyelids?
Don't even say it.
No.
I hate it. I hate it. I
and
can't believe Steve killed a dog. Can't believe Steve killed a dog. Not just a dog. I want everybody to know. Not just a dog, a talking dog. You folks watching at home. Steve kills talking dogs.
And he doesn't just kills it. He does
Skins
body
it alive.
horror.
There's terrible
Yeah.
body horror. Yes.
listen,
He Cruella de Vil that dog. Took its skin and everything.
yeah, listen.
Cruella de
At
Vil
least you
that
have a dog collar with its name on it from finding the personal effects of all of the agents here.
Well, we
But
take him and scan its eye.
you scan the eye of the pug. The scan, and Nim with a 6, you are sure you've done this. You have now gotten access to the administrator administrator on a terminal level and can navigate to this file directory. You navigate to the file directory. The file directory prompts for secondary ID verification, and it has biometric, ocular, or password.
Slowly looks over to the 1 kilo's holder.
We gotta do another one.
So
we need two of this.
you-
we need two of
or
the
do we
same,
scan this-
two
Well, you
levels
could
of
you
the
could
same
you
person.
could you could do this. What you've essentially done is like you've logged into a way where you can change the type of authentication that this folder needs to be accessed. This directory needs to be accessed, but you cannot change the fact that it needs something to be accessed, which means you know that it probably isn't the administrator, the one that Kilo originally lifted, because they are on or because their credentials should just push through this. And you've already entered their credentials to even access terminal functionality with this. So it's probably not the administrator. So it's possibly
We
the
have
one
to
that
put this dog's paw up to something. What we? I don't know.
whether it's a paw or an eye or a thing, but it's if you want to try the dog
the
again,
paw.
you can. Yeah. But there's a little like flat part on the desk that's obviously like a print scanner or like a palm scanner.
I'm so sad. I hate.
I'm
it.
sorry. This is dark as hell, but it's like password because it's a pug.
So sad.
Password labored breathing.
Breathing.
I swear to God, Steve, if you ever kill a dog again, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
I killed it off screen. You were the ones that keep
That's
bringing
it.
them back
Yeah,
in.
and now,
Yeah, and then we watched
yeah,
it.
but then we
Anyway.
need a
Then we
court-
yes, and we
need a
watched it
court
die.
It's
to
not
get into the hidden file.
the pugs.
We gotta make sure this dog has its day.
The pugs
Lord.
paw scans, and you get an access denied.
Okay.
Try the other one.
Is
Alright,
the
well,
password good
Try
boy?
the other paw. No.
No, the other
I mean-
person.
You know that
Listen,
anything
this
that
guy wasn't
would
as
be
in-
like a finger or a hand or anything like that, like touch, would be almost certainly DNA related. So you know that trying different things wouldn't work.
It's saying that
With
the pug
the-
is
with
not
the-
the,
with the
not
same-
the
with the
administrator that
same
we need
is
to
so
unlock.
swapping. So yeah, you can try the other
other-
person.
I'll try.
If it's fucking Phil Landry, I'm gonna hunt that bitch down.
You try the other person, you get another access
Mhm.
denied, and Nim, this is where your warnings go off that there's usually a lot of like you've tried the password too many times
Yeah.
protections.
Yeah.
So you feel like
Okay.
you don't know because it's not giving you any messaging related to that, but you're like 2 times is fine, 3 times something might happen that we can't control.
Right. We don't want it to shut down
Could we-
permanently.
Could we make some sort of roll for it, like a eureka moment, like a connection that we're missing?
Like something Phil Andrea said a lot or
Yeah,
Just
mentioned.
watch. It's gonna be. Phil
Yeah,
Landry.
feel free to as a group roll whatever I would say this would be focus, or it would be
Focus.
read, or it would be survey, or it might be even
Okay.
yeah. Focus, read, or survey,
I'll
whatever's your higher ones. As a group, you can all roll and see if you can get a 6 out
Come
of that
on,
group.
lucky flaming hot
'Cause I
Dorito
I
die.
can't get this wrong again. My
Eh.
highest was 5.
Mine was a 4. My 1 was a 4.
And 1. You don't have a eureka moment,
Old snake eyes.
but with the highest being a 5 amongst the group, there's one thing you don't know, which is you know that there's other agents, you know that there's more than the bodies that were here, and you know that Phil Landry walked away from this place. Those are the things that you
Correct.
know. And so I would say that Kilo
God damn
and
it.
Nim would both have that sort of like Kilo, and then and would have that sort of like cautiousness of his like, we can follow this up, but we don't want to endanger possibly what this is. And it's just smarter to take a beat on it because it's not information we know now, and it's not information that's going
I do
anywhere.
not trust Phil Landry. That's the problem.
Yeah,
We're gonna need her information. I do not trust her.
you don't have
You
to
can steal her
trust her,
fingerprint
but
when she's
I would think
sleeping.
that it would be fair that Kilo would be like, we could find out who these agents are potentially other ways. We could see if we could track some of them down that aren't Phil Landry, see if they know anything about it. We could approach Phil Landry. We could reach out to Alexander. We could see if Milo knows anything, but that the movement on it now is a risk if you try again. You don't even know how much of a
wait.
risk it is.
Hold on. So we have footage of what happened here.
Yes.
There's got to be more footage. There's got to be, like, it's not like it just started filming when the crime took place.
Yeah.
There are cameras in here. We can see who exactly is well, if they're opening the file, but we could look at more recordings to see who is accessing that file.
Good point. Good
Okay.
sleuthing.
Okay. Smart.
We could try.
All right.
You don't know how many hours it'll take to find that though. That could be
Yeah,
a thing that we
that's
take
true.
the
That's a lot
take
of
the
scrubbing.
tapes and then check it out later as like a small project maybe.
Yeah, it would be.
Can we just copy all the videos? And
Yeah,
just...
it would be faster for you to file copy them to a portable drive and then review them on the go, than for you to sit here and go through them, because it's not hard to like get at. Nim can immediately access all the security files, but then you got to like look. And that's the long
At that
part.
point, it's the siphoning through it at 2x speed, trying to figure out what's
Yeah.
happening.
Exactly.
Zoom in. Actually, no, that's not what I want. Zoom back out. Scan.
What?
You want me
Izzy
to
might have
walk
good
out
eyes
of
for that.
here without
What?
the information I want, Steve? You want me to walk out of here without the information I want? I'm very close to just hunkering down by myself.
I mean, you can do that.
Let's find Phil to make sure Phil's not filleted.
I don't want. Yeah.
Hmm. Fine.
We can get the answers. It's just not going to be right this second.
You guys don't understand the kind of man Kilo is. This is not good.
Kilo could
We do. We
absolutely
also know that
justify
there's
hanging
sometimes a
out.
time that you have to be okay with it.
Kilo could absolutely justify hanging out, and I mean, you guys have comms. There's no current. It's the middle of the day. There's no current sign of anything happening. You haven't been warned by anyone.
Kilo did drag us all out of here.
Yeah,
Out here.
and so if Kilo wants to stay and be like, you two go find Phil, or go follow up on Phil, I'm gonna stay here and see if I can get some information. Still have copied the files, but have kept ones, and Kilo can just kind of go through them if you want.
No.
Kilo, you dragged me away from my computer when I was focusing in. It's time for us to
We just dragged
No,
Kilo
because then
away.
he thinks about his baby bird, and everybody's gonna he doesn't want anybody to get hurt. And he knows he's the one that keeps people or at least tries to keep people from getting hurt. God damn it. Okay, fine.
We gotta leave. Oh no, Gray Industries is out there. What am I going to do with my 3.5 foot ass?
Shut up. I'm fine. I'm coming. Fine.
Like, hey, I do pretty well for you.
Izzy.
Yes, you do. Yes, you did.
Izzy, I would like you specifically, and I want you to roll me I just want you to roll me, because this is the kind of thing that I think I would like Izzy to have the ability to potentially do. Give me a 2d6 roll. Tell me the higher of the two numbers.
5.
So curious.
5. Excellent. Izzy, well, as you're leaving, a moment of inspiration comes to you. You're not a Luddite. No one in Velis is a Luddite. They're all, everyone interacts with technology enough, and everything like that. But you're not nearly as practiced, certainly not as practiced as Eddie was, and or as Nim is. But you can sense the tension of Kilo being kind of pulled between spaces and really worried about this and everything. And Izzy, I'm going to say that you have an inspiring thought, not quite a eureka moment, but an inspiring thought of being like, well, if you don't want something damaged or ruined or taken away from you, you unplug it and take it with you. And
I'm
you
so
just,
mad I actually had that thought. And this is like,
yeah. It seems so Izzy where it's like Nim's like, I've copied all of the relevant files. Kilo's like, I'm not sure. And Izzy's just like, let's just take the computer with us. And just takes the whole machine. It's disconnected from the internet. It's now fully locked away. It's fully encased, or what's the term for it? When fully sandboxed or whatever, completely isolated, airlocked. Air gapped. It's fully air gapped from any network, and anything that's on it is on it, and you have it, and that's what matters the most.
So while Nim is trying to convince Kilo to get up, you just see Izzy walk by, just pick everything up, and just walk away.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just takes the mouse that she's holding, just puts it on top. Once you take it.
Yeah. And so Kilo, that allows you to be like, well, if we have the computer and it's air gapped, it's probably.
I can't. I literally can't sit with it because it's been unplugged.
I'm so mad.
I
thought, nah, that's too stupid. It's probably as a security thing if I try to take it. Like,
nope. So back at Tery's condo.
Meanwhile, at the ranch.
So you've just gotten the full explanation of what happened. Alexander is finishing sewing up Agent Philandry and spraying a kind of like a aerosol gel. It's more like almost like fire foam to a degree, but it's gloopier. It's gel. It's more like a jelly that lays over the sutured sections of all the damage and just acts as
good
like
old
a
healing
immediately
jelly.
immediately sealing.
Suture jelly.
You're familiar with this, Tery. You've had so many like
Terror.
little minor upkeep surgeries and tweak surgeries. This is pretty standard stuff to prevent any kind of scarring, make everything look natural, make some of the skin and
No, I
flesh
just know.
regenerate
Otherwise,
and fuse. Otherwise, you'd be a horror show in the face. But
A nip, a tuck.
and Agent Philandry uh, uh, gets up and kind of sits sideways along the kind of center island counter, and Alexander starts washing up himself first, and then almost by habit immediately starts cleaning your kitchen.
That feels right.
Because there's a bunch of blood and guts and gore everywhere, and
bad
Alexander,
habit.
yeah, and Agent Phil Andrew looks over at you and it's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
now that I'm not going to die, thanks again for the loners, by the way.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to die.
This liver sponsored by.
Is this it? Are we all that's left of? Are you all that's left of the? No. You said the others were around, but you didn't really give me many details. Tery,
No, I did not. That's
Well.
crazy.
Is this all? Are we it? And did they all run off? Is everybody dead?
If everybody's dead? No,
No.
not everybody. No.
Ooh, look at you
Nobody's dead,
obfuscating this the truth, obfuscating the truth a little bit. I like
Yeah,
that.
I got a stream. Do you have anything else?
Oh, you're not going to be able to stream, Tery.
Oh no.
No, Alec,
Okay.
tell him. And Alexander looks up and looks up and just goes, "Oh, because of the various incidents, and like the high severity critical issues of last night, the Vela station has co-opted all broadcasts for news and emergency services updates. So nobody's going to be able to stream, or like you can sign in and start streaming. No one's going to see you,
That's so inconvenient for me.
right?
No.
Oh,
What am I supposed to do? To not think about whatever happened?
You could, we could do drugs. Philandry offers. We could do
No.
drugs.
I think drugs don't even work on me anymore.
If
I
mean,
could
we
hang
could-
out with Philo, but he reminds me of what happened. I think I'm gonna go out and fuck someone. Maybe. That's good. My surgeon! Yeah.
Philandry just like quietly
Okay.
looks at Tery, then looks over at Alexander, and then looks back at Tery. You're a hard one to put a bead on. Because
That's bad.
that's not what I
Yeah.
would have expected a person like you
That's
to
a valid
say.
statement.
That's what I would expect a
That's a
person
valid
like me
statement.
to say.
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
that about you. If you want to
I'm
go
mode enhanced.
get your
Terry, I
car,
swear to God,
My fans
you
say.
better not have sex with Philandry. Do
No.
not
Please,
do it.
anybody but
It's
Philandry.
sending a vibe. Do not do it. Just making sure.
He got so close. They got so close to death. I know I
Philandry,
don't
yeah,
get that
too close to death. Tery hates death.
I mean, a part of Tery is already inside him.
Yeah, it's not my
No,
type.
a commercial
very
part.
I'm
alive.
so sad about everything that's ever said. It's all the worst.
Alexander,
and I hate it.
Alexander looks to you, Tery. Tery. So, do you have anything that you need? Are you hurt at all? You good?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No. I
Phil's
am
done,
very
so.
upset that I cannot stream.
I'll send a notification to you.
I hope,
I'll set up a
Alexander, I hope
notification.
you solve the situation for me as soon as possible.
I mean, I can
Me-
try, Tery, but it's the
You
whole
can
station.
do anything you really want, Alexander. We talked about that.
I mean,
You can do it all. I have money. Money can do anything. So I think I'll message my surgeon to see if he's in the mood. Yeah. Do you remember the guy who gave us blood?
Oh, I remember this guy. I remember that
Absolutely, yeah.
scene. That scene haunts me. That scene
That was a
haunts me.
time.
It's
Yeah.
so pitch perfect. Give me a
Yeah.
D6 roll and better hope for a 6.
Oh my god.
I don't want to fuck Flandry.
The stress
No, I know. I
Ah,
know
in my
that.
blood. The
It's
stress
just
in my
Terry's
blood.
coping
No.
mechanisms.
It's a 4.
You message them, no response.
Ah,
Um,
the world is against me today. Ah,
I mean, you're not wrong.
okay.
Phil takes another drink of some
I'll
milk.
message Kilo.
Ugh.
I'll be like, wanna hang? As if.
I thought you were messaging.
normal.
Hey,
I thought
buddy.
you were messaging Hila for something else. I was like,
No, no,
wow,
no.
okay.
I mean,
No.
I mean,
Not yet.
Kilo's a good-looking man.
He's
No one
married.
would blame Terry.
He has he has family issues to solve, and then maybe.
I don't even know
respect it.
where anyone is. I don't even know. How many years has it been?
I respect it, I guess.
I believe it's about 3.
I'll wait until I'm
3
all
years.
done with it.
3 years.
Uh,
Years of celibacy.
Kilo, you get a
Somebody could
message.
probably crack this man. What?
Kilo, you get a message on your thing with Tery Byte saying, want to hang?
Wanna hang?
I love Terry. Have I
Hey.
mentioned that today? I fucking love Terry.
Hey, I want to say like, hey, wanna hang or whatever, and then a face like a tongue out, like lol. And like 5 lols.
5 lulls.
LOL.
Lordy da.
Terry, where are you? We tried to find you on the blimp.
What the fuck are you?
I'm at home trying to stream, and life it's anyway. I don't want to bother you with my problems.
No, you're not. First, what are you talking about? What?
Are you?
Where are?
LOL again. LOL.
I'm with Nim and Izzy. We're gonna come to you. Can we come over?
Yeah, come and we can play games. I have the new I don't know, whatever game.
The
It's
priorities.
You have this
The
new game
priorities.
where people paint their avatars and hide in various sections of the level.
Yeah, I have this one.
Right.
All right, we'll be there soon.
Oh, like machine cuttlefish? Yes.
Yeah, Kilo, Izzy, and Nim, you get that message almost seemingly at a serendipitous time when you see what is clearly like some of the blood that was, you suspect, leaving Philandry's body, and then it disappears, and you're like, this would be a pit stop where they would pick up transport.
This is where they caught a cab or
And
something.
this is where they caught some sort of ride share.
Yeah.
The worst Uber driver experience ever.
Can I also say
Some Uber driver's
Flandry
nightmare.
and Alexander are here, and
Yeah.
I'm like so third partying it, so come super fast.
And so, yeah, you
Like, I feel
immediately
like a
get the
third wheel in my own
information.
house.
All right.
LOL, and crazy.
Whoa. It's the like several hundred LOLs and then the face for me. That's very good.
I love how you described it, like that. Like,
All
I just love the
right,
fact that like we
in front
just
of me.
saw people get skinned alive and just like on this mission. Hey, you guys want to hang?
Hey,
All right.
Here's the other half of this mystery you're looking for, right in my
I
house.
know where Philandry is.
Mm. So
Absolutely buck-fucking wild.
you get into a pod to like a transpo pod to
Okay.
go up to Tery's condo. Hank,
Yes.
Life does not get
Oi.
it's
simpler for
been
us.
the morning. No noises. The sirens are done. The news feeds have been telling you various details about things. You've seen some noise about like strange happenings. Obviously, you had a reason to start looking at anyone have things coming out of walls or vents. And you've seen a lot of no news reporting on that specifically, though they did report on assaults and things like that. But a lot of individual posts had reported on that. But those posts have been taken down or responded to, like, I don't know what was in me, as the sirens or something like that, and everything. And it's a mix of those items. Of those of those where it's like some of the posts you thought you saw something from someone that you were mutuals with or someone in a group you were following, and then other ones had ones that just denied it and kind of like clarified like I must have been in a panic or having nightmares because this happened. And like people are kind of talking about it, but it's not overwhelming, and it is weird that some of the posts have been removed that you were sure were there. You, of course, stayed in your room for a while, as at least for a few hours until morning. What would be Hank's first task upon wrapping up? Wrapping up, like being isolated in that room when Hank was like ready to leave it and everything like that, and kind of like come out of the cave, if you will.
Yeah. Check in on his aunt.
You call your aunt, no roll necessary. Your aunt's like,
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah, what do you need?
Did you see anything weird last night?
I
heard the siren, right? The alarm?
alarm. Oh, yeah, I got a notification on my device and everything. Must have slept straight through it.
Right.
I'm icing my hip. Don't worry. I'm icing my hip, and then I'm icing my hip, and I've taken my meds, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm having the assistant do everything for me.
Hey, is the assistant right there?
I mean, yeah. The assistant is like a little like Robbie the robot motherfucker. Like he's like a little like robot-y guy, but he does have like a personality matrix, recording abilities, stuff like that. He's like a fully he's not like a sentient android, but he's like a fully functional robot.
Hi. You're so small. You're so small.
Oh man. Hey there, Nurse Ratchet. You
Yeah.
I hate that you call them that. I know what that is.
I just figured it makes sense because it's a robot. It's a tool.
Yeah. Sure. Yes, Hank. What can Nurse Ratchet do for you?
Did you catch the alarm that went off last night?
Yes. Critical warning came across Velas Station.
Did you get any news as to why?
News reports are as follows: breach, riots, assaults, many triggers that required full station lockdown.
With any reasoning for the riots? Most people don't. Most people, at least most people I know, don't riot for anything. I mean, did who won the football game last night?
Which football? There are 17 football sports, 4 of which had games last night.
Forget it. That's a joke for the audience.
Looks off to the left at the screen, Jim style.
Hey, one of the things for the illumination keys for the occultist is to act bizarre.
Mm.
You know what? Vibes. We love.
That works.
But I followed standard procedures, enabled apartment security measures. Apartment security measures were enacted. Full lockdown protocols.
Anything try to get in?
Not that I am aware of. No abnormal sounds or sonic registries. No abnormal heat signatures.
Right. All right. Thanks very much.
Your aunt is difficult.
I'm sure she'll tell you that herself.
And you just hear her go, I am difficult, and I deserve to be difficult. I have lived long enough that I get to be difficult, and also this is a stupid appliance, and even if it talks and occasionally randomly gives me compliments because it's been programmed to do so, it's not a real thing.
A digital tear just runs down off the Ratchet's face.
Where did the robo assistant come from? What company?
Give me. So you would know that the company's name is Love and Care.
Okay.
Which is a home assistant and medical device company, and it does a lot of like in-home things. But yeah, give me this would be just purely like a focus or like a
survey.
Survey. Yeah, you could do survey or focus to see if there's anything related to any nefarious companies that we already know about. 3. You don't. I mean, you know that it's Love and Care, and you know their brand, but I don't think Hank's like deeply tied into corporate ownership legacy, chains.
What do you mean KFC's owned by Pepsi? That's so weird.
Yeah. I mean, Pepsi's owned by BlackRock.
Now I'm thinking that they just need to merge those two markets, BlackRock and KFC, so we have, salt chickens.
So after you call your
finger licking.
Sorry, I just had a core memory unlock.
After you have your
put whatever the spices of
conversation, your aunt gives nothing that causes any kind of concern. It seems like they took their sleep meds, slept through the whole event, and as far as Hank is aware, at least, there's nothing like glitchy or faulty in how Nurse Ratchet is operating, and you do know that there's a security system. You made sure she lived in a building that had one when she most recently moved, and everything. Your system doesn't exist, but that's because you'd rather spend your money on your shop than your domicile.
Right.
But yeah, so after your conversation, do you do what's like next steps for coming out of your cave?
Step outside and see if there's any damage, if the riots came through here, or check on the store. Check on the store, probably.
You go down and check on the store. Now there's. There doesn't seem to, no one broke in, nothing's damaged. Everything is the mess that you've left it in the back room and the relatively ordered mess that you've left it in the front room. Ordered mess that you left in the front room for display. It's very much like a thrift store or like an antique shop where everything's just sort of on top of its shelf, right?
Yeah, it's just like piles of books, and like there's in the window display there is like a there is a window display. There's a table at the window with like a couple, like, sort of a display of like maybe like a dream catcher and like a one of those like stands for books that's sort of displaying like, yes, we have this one kind of thing.
Okay.
And maybe some like crystals and stuff like that. But right behind it is a haphazard pile of books that is serving as both sort of retaining wall and display wall for this image. Inside, yeah, it is haphazard at best. Full. And
Not that bad.
Hank will tell you exactly where everything is because he knows where everything is off the top of his head. But good luck finding anything yourself.
Right.
And so in
You don't already have
checking
it downloaded in your head. There's no way.
Yep.
in checking the store and making your way out to the front and everything, you offhandedly look across the street from you to the tall, nice condos that came in about 15 years ago, about 5 years after you bought this business and domicile above it. Neighborhoods changed a little bit. It wasn't like a particularly low price neighborhood. It was always kind of a nicer middle class thing, but it feels like
Sure.
that part has escalated a lot more. And you know that there was at least a couple famous people that live in the condos across there because you occasionally see press around the entrances and everything. But it's super weird. You recognize this reptile man that comes out of this pod. Huge, powerful legs. You know you've watched some sort of athlete that you've watched on vids a bunch. And you're like, and like it's more the instinct of the response of it's like that's a top shelf athlete. Like you have that middle-aged man like was one of the best, like one of the strongest players that ever played the game, kind of thing. And everything. Give me a this one is purely focused because it's purely history on if you can place where you remember this person who's getting out with some sort of bird person and some sort of even bigger four-armed reptile man. A 5, perfect.
Somehow even bigger.
What is the it's been so long since we've even mentioned its name. What's the name of the sport that Izzy hates playing?
Aquapool.
Aquapool, that's what it was.
Aquapool, so dangerous, so capable. Aquapool. You're like Aquapool player, a guy that's he could have gone pro, but he chose to like he played a little bit for like a school team and then a little bit in the minors, and then you like followed him a little bit. He chose to play some other sports or something like that. One of the best
So many other
Aquapool pool players you've ever seen. That's strange. Maybe he lives there. Now, you're an occult person, correct?
Yes.
As an occultist, have you taken any of your like core abilities or like moves yet?
I have. Hold on just a second. So the abilities that I have right now, the ones that I get from character creation, I've got
Okay.
extend your senses. When you make a sense roll to understand more about a phenomenon you've encountered, also add a number of dice equal to your current intuition resistance to the roll.
Ooh.
And ritual. When you have a few minutes to prepare, you may take a bleed mark to perform a ritual on yourself or an ally. Circle of protection, reinvigorate, or remote viewing.
No. Naughty.
So
Naughty boy.
give me without since neither of these abilities directly apply here, just give me a general sense roll as you look at this as you look at this trio coming in.
5.
This unlikely bunch.
It's not so unlikely. There's a ton of aliens on Velis and everything like
Yeah.
that, and plenty of people live in that building.
Yeah.
And maybe he's lived there the whole time and you didn't know, and everything. But with a 5, it's not the same. it's not the same spice, but it's in the same family of spices. Something about, you were just looking them up. These symbols that were in the bowling alley from the mysterious person that disappeared, and they were there and then they disappear, and you figure out that they're like some sort of like glyphs or symbology. They kind of felt like that, and your headspace was in that. Now, I'm not going to say whether or not Hank's ever like had sort of like a I can feel the energies of the universe kind of thing. I think it's more a gut of these things go together.
Okay.
In curating a shop of the oddities and strangeness and occultisms and mythologies, you understand that not only do things go together that are from like the same culture, belief system, mythology, supernatural space, or were considered to be supernatural things, but that also across planets, across systems, there are other connections. In your perfectly arranged clutter and chaos, if one were to look at it with the knowledge that you had, they would truly understand how things that would belong in the Grimm's fairy tale of one planetary system are near things that belong in the same tone of Grimm's fairy tales in another planetary system. These artifacts from all over galaxy are they go together, and it's why no one complains to you about how chaotic it is, because so many people subconsciously understand this a little bit. They understand why pyramids exist in multiple locations.
History doesn't repeat, but it frequently rhymes.
And yeah, it's like pyramids appear in multiple locations because it's a good shape and it's big edifice and everything, and there's logic to it. Most people have some sort of myth about a man that like is hidden in your room when you sleep, or ancestors, or ghosts, or spirits in certain times of year from suns and moons. And there's just something about looking at those where it's like, spice, wards, weird. And you don't get that a lot from people that don't come in screaming it in every bit of the aesthetic that they wear in your things. You get a lot of people in there that are like, I'm about this life, and you know. But with these three normal seeming people that walk in, you watch them get off and walk into the building. This isn't required in any way. I'm not trying to force you to join the group immediately as Hank or anything, but do you think that Hank is the type of person that when he gets a gut reaction like that is nosy enough to like chase it, or does he just kind of clock it, log it, and then think about it?
Wouldn't necessarily chase it, but he would step outside and at least offer them a good morning.
It's not a interaction.
A large gray and red bearded man from a shop that none of you ever really paid close attention to across the street from Tery's place, because the Cybertruck comes out of a garage, which is on a different side of the building, and you constantly leave Tery's place out of that Cybertruck and everything. So when you get dropped off at the front, a gentleman just greets you from a shop that is labeled, what is it? McNulty's
McNulty's Occultery.
McNulty's Occultery. Izzy, Nim, and Keela.
Morning.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Morning.
Morning.
Hey,
Beautiful day.
Bit of a
That's how we're being inconspicuous as possible.
bit of an odd night, though. John, catch the
That's quite the one.
John, catch the alarms going off.
No.
Silas.
Hope you kept safe.
It's
yeah.
Safe as possible.
Yeah, it's been a lot going around today. Like, gonna check on a
keep your
friend of
doors
ours right now.
Well, as much as I'd love to keep the doors locked, it's not exactly best for business. Although, my shop's got plenty of defenses of its own to keep the really bad shite out.
What business you got? Like, of course, it'd be Izzy being the conversation.
I imagine that like Nim and Kilo are trying to walk into the front door because Agent Philandry's there and Terry's there, and they're like, "We have business to attend to." And Izzy's like, "I've been distracted by an extroverted middle-aged gentleman.
Sure, each other.
Sure, let me have a conversation."
The extroverts are extroverting. Shit.
I'm sorry if. Oh, I could talk your ear off for hours. If you've got business to attend to, please. That's.
And you all clock that it does say McNulty's Occulteries here in front of it, so it is a little bit loaded. But I don't know if it would be front of mind for anyone right now.
What kind of bad shit are you trying to keep out?
What kind of shit you got in?
Well, it's there's all sorts of bad all sorts of bad mojo that you want to try to avoid, especially here on Velis.
Yeah, there's a lot of shite that he was talking about.
I think Kilo's eyes narrow at that. Like, what are we both talking about that we're just using different words to describe?
Yeah, I'm gonna have everyone do a read check.
Izzy assumes shite is an alien.
Everyone do a read check.
You know what? That's fair.
Everyone do a read check. And you get one extra pip, Hank, because you're reading 3 different people.
Okay.
I got a 4.
A 2.
What about Nim?
Izzy indeed thinks shite.
One moment. I'm not using these.
Shite is either a person or an alien.
5.
Nim. So thank God someone got above a 3.
Hey, 4 is pretty good.
4 is
pretty good.
This one was
5.
2 5s. I'm getting very
Kilo,
opposite of the ends.
You have reason to suspect this guy's talking around things, but some people do that, right? And everything.
Yeah. Right.
Nim, you look at this man in a bowling shirt. Not his league shirt, just a normal, casual, everyday bowling shirt.
Yeah.
Look at this man in a bowling shirt, and you glance back at his shop. You glance back at him.
Right.
He says the word mojo, and you're a linguist.
Mm-hmm. I am a linguist. It is my job.
Mojo isn't a word that people use very often to describe anything serious.
Right.
It's a very casual term. It's also a word that only maybe 1% of the station would even know to use. This person is speaking. You look at the occultist shop, you look at them. They know what the word mojo means. He knows what the word mojo means. He's not just using it as a turn of phrase.
Right. He's using it actually correctly and how it's supposed to be made.
Yeah. And so you catch that as you all are kind of talking around things.
Forgive me for changing the subject on excuse me for turning the subject on a dime here, but you look awful familiar.
To Izzy?
You used to play, to Izzy. Did you play the? Were you in a pooler?
Oof. And here's the thing: you got that feeling of uncomfort, like you just about to be like, I gotta be nice now.
Oh yeah, I know that experience. I call that clocking in at work.
It's just that kind of like, oh, I hate talking about this, but I got to do this with a person like, yeah, I did it way back when.
How did the meme go? Wow, I don't like this person or this conversation, but I think I'm hiding it well.
Yeah. Exactly the vibe.
So Nim, on top of getting to clock this, and Kilo, you definitely clock this. This person brings up Izzy's aquapool thing. I don't think either of you have ever been there when Izzy's turned on a face of no. You've been there when he's performed trying to distract people and sell them on the fact that he's hurt, and that was that wild shouting in the street.
The performance of a lifetime.
Perfect.
Was very useful for me.
Get over this.
Best 6 I've ever rolled.
That makes this look like a grade school play where someone's being fed the lines off stage. Izzy is so nice, and you can see a veneer of politeness.
Fan interaction.
It's the fan.
As soon as he mentioned the aqua pool part, you can just hear like just a in a vibe form, just a.
We just know that this was the face you made when like talking to journalists after a game.
Yeah.
Right.
It has to be.
And
you're just grinning and bearing it.
Well, that's happening.
And waiting for the why didn't you go pro? Like this conversation again.
Well, that's occurring up in Tery's condo. Alexander, Philandry,
we're almost reunited. We're
and
so
Tery
close to being reunited.
So close. We tried so hard.
Drinking some milk.
Sitting around
right there.
Sitting around, Tery desperately trying to have anything and like arguably like glancing at the front door, just waiting for the group to come in.
Like a dog.
My friends,
like a dog
staring at it.
Just lingering, staring, waiting for everything.
With like a fidget, like something.
Yeah, a fidget spinner. A fidget die, like one of the ones with like little buttons and switches on 6 sides, kind of thing. Just something.
Right.
And
glass of fucking milk.
Alexander gets a notification on his device, and Tery, you get a notification on yours as well. And Alexander looks up at you, Tery, and Philandry, and goes, "We might need to leave."
Ooh.
Tery, when you glance at your device, you get a notification that authorities are coming to your condo.
Authorities?
Oh no.
Authorities?
And not to hang, probably.
Alexander stands up and is like,
guess.
"Phil, help." And Alexander just like leads Phil back into kind of like his office, and then like the private room beside his office that has a bunch of stuff that Alexander used to collect that you barely paid attention to because it wasn't really that interesting to you, which is a bunch of like tactical gear and stuff like that.
Still not really interesting.
And everything. And Alexander just like calls out through the intercom in the house, and it's like, "Tery, grab whatever personal effects are. I think authorities are coming to question us at this condo, and I don't have time to interfere with them with any of our private organizations. We have about 2 minutes."
Okay. My friends are coming, so what do we do about that? Second, I grab my Power Ranger Green Ranger collection.
You can grab whatever Power
my
Rangers you
recent
need to
one.
grab.
He is my my newest edition, so I can't just leave it here.
1 minute
And
and 45
third,
seconds,
we
Tery.
have a
You did
room
steal that.
filled with
Thank you.
organs. Can you hide it? I don't know. I think they're
That's
gonna think
normal
it's
rich
weird.
people stuff, Tery.
that's
Everyone,
not
all the
illegal. That's
wealth
not
class
illegal.
has the organ
Okay.
rooms. That's a
And
normal
people
organ
say I'm
room thing.
weird about
It's
it?
totally
Yeah.
yeah, that's a normal thing. Don't worry about it.
That's
Like
a
they don't have
statement.
as
That's
many.
a normal
people.
organ room thing. What
Rich
the
people.
fuck does that mean?
I grab my car
Horrible.
keys and my Power Rangers
Power
Green
Rangers.
Ranger thing. And what else? Maybe what do I care about?
Milk, the
sunglasses.
milk. You gonna bring some milk?
Oh yeah, maybe my best brand of milk on my fridge.
Yeah.
Best brand.
I lock one room, just one.
Whoa, wait.
You can't go.
Wait.
You can't go into the
What?
love room.
What does that mean?
Hold on.
I lock and
You
I bring
lock
the
one
keys.
room? What is the room? I have to know.
I don't know. No, there's
a
no
sex
keys.
room.
I lock with like my face. I don't know, whatever is super secure.
It's gotta be a
Jeez.
sex room. It's gotta
Gotta be a
Um,
weird sex room.
And
It's gonna be a weird sex room.
What? Why? Maybe
For the
it's
weird
a
It
sex.
totally is.
fun
For the
room.
weird
And
sex.
then
I know it in my
what
bones
else?
and my left kidney.
I know
it.
there's a swing in there.
We'll allow for you to basically be like, I grab a bunch of like collectible personal effects, a couple things, and we can always as this kind of continues, be like, these are some of the things I grabbed as
That you
it
grabbed.
comes
Okay,
to you
I
that
do
you
that.
might want them. But
because
what-
temporarily I'm not gonna lose everything else, right, Steve?
no. However.
Okay.
You're
don't
grabbing things. You have the ability to notify the group. You notice that Alexander seems distracted with, you can hear Philandry being like, oh, this is amazing. That hasn't been legal since before either of us were born, Alexander. What is that for? And everything. So he's busy. What do you do about the
For the
group
weird
that is
sex.
coming to meet you that you do not know how close they are?
Can
Just
I
right
call
outside the
Kilo?
door.
Yeah, you can call Kilo.
Okay.
My com.
Kilo?
What'd you call? Tery?
Oh, hey, yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to leave my house because I don't know, something
What?
serious is happening. I don't
What is
know.
it?
And then I'm leaving now.
Why does your
Where
why
are
does your
you
call
guys?
sound? We're
I'm
outside your
bringing the Switch.
house.
We can play like outside. No worries.
We're outside.
can play
We're outside.
outside.
I'm
Oh,
literally
you're
looking
outside. Where? I
literally
can
looking
see you. Where are you?
like on the
Hello?
street. On the street. How do you not see me?
Where?
I'm 7'3".
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
Terry,
I
do
need
you
to
go to the
change my
window to
eyes.
look for Kilo? Like the big wall window?
Alexander, note to self. I need to change my eyesight. So I think I maybe change my eyes. Okay.
Note to
You
self change
all
eyesight.
can see this.
Oh, and I want them blue now. Okay.
A half dozen, specifically 6,
Oh.
tactical hover pods
Shit.
lower down
Nice.
from the sky lane and pull off toward Terry's building. They are above. You guys
Oh,
are
we gotta
on the
go.
ground floor street.
Oh fuck.
Hank is talking to you right out in front of Hank's shop. Hank, you see these come too.
Can we come into your shop real quick?
You see these happen. 6
Hide from the law.
vehicles. Terry, you are at the window looking at Kilo and Izzy and Nim talking to some stranger that isn't you. Wasting time.
The audacity.
Can we come into the shop?
neighbor.
Can we come into your shop?
Is that weird neighbor from the store?
No, let's
from
go to the store.
weird
Let's go
store?
shopping.
Yeah.
Let's go shopping.
So Hank,
Let's go to the
Smells.
does
beach.
Kilo immediately
Fine.
just like instantly
The store
react
smells.
to be like, we need to get into the shop now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hank,
We have
you're
no
a
idea what's
congenial guy.
happening.
You're a congenial guy. Suddenly Kilo, you're muted. Suddenly Kilo go, in a less panicked voice goes, "Hey, let's head into your shop," or something like that, right?
I mean, we're not open for another couple of hours, but
I just want to browse, please.
And no recheck
You seem to
necessary.
know. You seem
There's
to know.
a
You seem to
sudden
know your
level of
mojo.
urgency
You're very intrigued.
on Kilo and Nim and Izzy.
Let's just say there's some
Alright.
bad mojo out here.
all right. And yeah, no,
Nothing
go
better than
to
a
open the
yap
door
and a
for him
six.
and let him inside.
Let these
You,
absolute freaks into
Terry,
your
what the
house.
fuck is
Terry,
happening?
Terry,
Why
you
are they at your
watch.
house?
Well, you watch
On the phone?
What's going
them all go inside that strange shop from across the street.
Oh, I was bringing Terry. I thought
Terry's
Terry
not
opened the
down
door.
there
We
yet.
were
No,
No, Terry's walking.
Oh,
Terry's-
no,
after
I'm
Terry's-
not leaving.
a couple. Terry's like 18 stories up, or like 12 stories up
Oh Jesus!
in the condo complex that is their
Gotcha.
How
building.
am I going
Okay.
down? By stairs or like elevator?
There's an elevator and stuff like that. In the brief time where you see them and you see them sort of talking, do you just immediately start beelining for going down to meeting them since Alexander
Kilo
already?
will gesture because Terry did have eyes on us.
Yeah.
And I'll gesture back. I mean,
Wait, you're trying
No?
to get us to come to you? Wait, did you do this?
no,
Like you
I'm
want us to
saying
go to you?
hi.
No.
No. Oh, I'm on the phone. Hi.
There.
I
Yeah,
saw.
you're
I
on
saw
the
you
phone
wanted
with
to
each
say
other.
Hi to me.
I'm-
so I was
I'm
saying hi too.
pointing with 3 of my arms towards.
Get in here.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Come on,
Yeah. I
talk
don't
on the
want like
phone.
You're on the
buying
phone.
anything,
Just
but
use-
Come on.
I'll go
use
with
your
you guys.
words.
No worries.
Here, I want you to come down here. We're
Yeah.
gonna go in the shop.
Okay, Alexander, we're gonna go shopping.
Alexander is like, whatever gets us out of here. Terry, I need you to roll me
God.
a move check, and this
Okay.
move check is
No, I need to.
extremely important. You only
geez.
have 1 pip in it, but you do still have a drive that you can burn and a resistance
Oh,
in that.
I will. I will. Which one is more effective or whatever? Each.
Well, so the drive burning
drive or
will allow you to roll with 2d6. And
Mhm.
then if you don't like the roll that you get, you can
I
use the
can use the
resistance to
resistance.
re-roll it. I am going
Perfect.
to say this. The stakes are extremely high here.
Okay.
Oh no.
I
Do you
me
have
Julia
drives?
knows
Use
this,
a
but
drive.
Terry doesn't.
Terry doesn't. Yeah, so you
Because
as a
he's
player
on-
knows this. You
he's
play it
on,
however you want.
Okay.
But yeah, and all you see is
So I'll
six vehicles that you knew were coming because Alexander told them that they were coming, and you needed to
Yeah.
get out of there.
And
So you're
wait,
like, I'm doing
I-
that.
I think
Just to
I think
why are they coming again?
They don't know.
Specifically?
You don't know.
It's
We
a
don't
warning.
know.
It was a warning
don't know.
signal that a warning alert to Terry. Not 100% sure if it's any different on Alexander's side, but it
Okay.
pinged at the same time. So
Okay, so I'll do 2 dices because I'll burn a drive.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my fucking knees. That hurts.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
that's a 1 and a 4, so I'll use a resistance
Yeah.
to
Re-roll
re-roll
it.
one of
Both
them.
of them.
Both. Oh, thank God. Okay,
Mhm.
let's see.
What were you gonna
Would you
say?
mind leaving
Okay.
up your close sign? We haven't even introduced ourselves to this
Yeah.
guy yet.
He knows
Oh,
No, we're
Izzy.
just shoving our way into his establishment.
Hi, my name is.
It's a
Pleasant
1 and a
dreams.
4 again.
A 1 and a
Do I
4
have
again.
anything else?
You have nothing else here as far as. Well, actually,
Can
hold on.
I?
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me look at your abilities.
Okay. Maybe I selected too much, too many.
No, you didn't. You have
I don't
the pretty consistent with the other characters.
Okay.
If I'm willing to give up one of my drives because I was the one signaling Terry to come down to kind of get them moving, could Terry have another die?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Alexander wants to help too.
Alexander
actually.
is not able to help in this moment for what this roll is for, but I will say because
Okay.
you encouraged it, you can roll 1 more dice twice.
Okay.
So the first one, roll the first time. We'll
Okay.
consider this a bonus die for each of the rolls.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
A 2.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm gonna change.
I
my
gave you a
dice.
drive, Julia. Come on.
Okay, it's gonna work
Not
now.
much to try.
Another 2.
Julia. My
I've never rolled this bad.
Hank, you've let the strangers and Izzy, who's not familiar, doesn't know, you don't know him, but you know who he is at least. You watch these vehicles kind of lower down on the 12th floor of this condo, even level with it, as you saw some shape disappear from the window. Your highest roll was a 4, right, Tery?
Yeah.
What happens?
All of you
Yeah.
hear this sudden pulse, heavy, basal, droning tone. And then you feel this wave of pressure where you are on the ground. Tery,
Ooh.
you made it out your door and you were heading toward the lift elevator to go there. And you hear the glass shattering behind you first, and then the breaking of the walls kind of around you along the hallway to the elevator, and your body gets slammed into the open doors of the elevator that you were waiting for as a lift that opened in that time. And along with your body, you are along with your body and everything, you feel the elevator shift in its space, the lift shift in its space, and begin dropping at too rapid of a rate. With a 4,
No!
it is not terminal. With a 4, it is not fully broken, but it is moving down too fast, like one of its gravitational buffering systems is failing and it's on sort of like a backup safety thing that is not doing great as is. With a 4, you take 2 marks to body, Tery.
Whoa.
Oh.
Tery, you haven't.
Did I had a body before? Another one?
So Tery, you denied when Alexander asked you if you needed any help. You had 2 body marks at the time.
Oh, you got a scar. Oh.
No!
And
Terry's first
you're not dead,
scar.
but you do slam down to the ground so hard. And as a person whose body is made of so many different upgrades and changes and modifications and genetic enhancements and regrowths, Tery, you know something inside of you is wrong now.
Oh, fuck.
No.
The rest of you see from the security through the front windows of Hank's building, looking upon this from the security of Hank's store. The rest of you see one form falling out the front of the building after the blast has taken effect and falling all the way down onto the ground at full velocity in a heap.
I'm gonna run and pick him up.
8th floor?
I'm gonna run it
From the 12th floor. But
12.
we will find out if when Kilo tries to run and pick up the person from Tery getting up from the elevator, from Hank having a real aggressive meet cute on this session.
Listen, we're just going shopping.
Yeah, it's just a shopping
We're just so
episode.
normal.
We will find
Two hot
out
lizards and a
next
bird.
time
I mean, what could be better?
how
I
the
love it.
Stratus Recollective deals with this sudden situation.
Oh.
But yeah, we finally got the whole group together. Mostly, Tery's in the
And
vicinity.
you're trying to kill us.
And you're trying to get
Only
me back
Tery had got
together
his hair
to
better
me.
back then.
That's his job.
Half
but
my body met the group.
half your body met
So
the group.
Half
funny.
of my body.
But
Just a chunk.
until
Just
next
living.
time, let's go round robin on everybody. We're going to start with Will. Will, where can people find you on the internet?
Hey, everybody, you can find me over on TikTok at Radio Free Will. You can also find me at Gen Con this year, where I will be in just a couple of weeks running a panel called The De-Ating Game, which is a panel designed to introduce you to your new favorite TTRPG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Glitch, where can people find you?
You can find me at that son of a glitch on most social medias, especially TikTok and other shit. And you'll see a lot of this.
A lot of that
Mostly.
dog. A lot of that dog.
Little baby.
Kelly,
little
where can
gremlin.
people find you?
You can find me on the internet under the Kill Hop. Find me here. If you follow me in places, you can find me in other places.
Yeah, you can find links.
Super specific.
Julia, where can people
Find
find
me.
you?
It's a
Probably dad
game.
on the
Find
street.
us.
I'm kidding. At stark.ju.
And-
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And Gabby, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok as Giggle Girl Productions.
And you can, of course, find me at Dying Exposure across various social media platforms and here on Twitch many Mondays and many Thursdays. But until next time, we're going to find out which person fell out the front of Tery's condo, how Tery is doing.
Is it not Tery?
That's not
Not me.
Tery.
Terry's in an
Maybe.
elevator.
You don't know who it is.
Never mind.
Tery's in
Oh,
the
no, 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 no.
elevator.
Then
Kilo
then
would
I'm-
not know who it was, so Kilo might think it's Tery. But we
I
as players
know
know that Tery's in
Tery.
anything. Silhouette.
I
There's a
know
lot of
them
damage. There's a lot of
body.
shatter.
I know Tery.
I'm not
I don't
gonna-
know if I'd run out for just any Joe Schmo.
I don't know. But
Figure it out.
you all will figure it out next time. But until next time, everyone have a good night. Try to stay cool in the ongoing heat problems, and we will see you next session. Bye.
Adios.
Doodles.
Bye-bye.